And welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Let's Play Dreamfall Chapters. When we left off, Zoe here apparently has woken up, however you say it, from some kind of simulation of Casablanca, and now she finds herself in a Jiva facility, it looks like.
Okay, so I just passed through some sort of holographic field. What the hell is going on?
Indeed. That is the question we should answer.
Jiva. That sounds familiar. Wait, Helena Chang's company. My mother. Helena started Jiva together with my dad. So that's where I am. Inside Jiva, in Mumbai. They're on some kind of lockdown. I'm guessing because of me.
Looks like I got a schematic here.
What do they do in this lab? Bioengineering, definitely, but what exactly?
Well, the room that she came from says Chimera. So is that the name of the project that somehow she's become involved in?
What do they do in this lab? Bioengineering, definitely, but what exactly?
So we have incubation lab.
Incubation.
What about the other way? Observation.
Heavy duty. They could easily lock down this entire place.
Well, can't go that way, at least not yet. Question is the other door locked? No, it's not. The style of the walls almost reminds me of Aperture Sciences from Portal.
One 9. Faith. Faith. As in, my half-sister, Faith.
Huh, is this where she was created then? It's kind of strange. Is there actually a small baby in there? I mean, I see like an outline, but I'm not sure.
1 9. Faith. Faith. As in, my half-sister, Faith.
This one says hope.
1 5. Hope. 1 3. Hannah.
Ah, Hannah. So Hannah did say that it seemed that she and Zoe were similar in that they seemed to both be dreamers.
1 1. Zoe. Jesus. What does this mean? Was that my incubation pod?
Have we finally found Zoe's birthplace? Let's see, I think we can look outside the window too. Let's see. Yeah, okay.
Where am I? Underground? And what are those blue lines? At least I know which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Upwards.
True. You see that blue mist out there? To me, it reminds me of the kind of wispiness around the dream portal back in Arcadia.
They're scanning molecular structures. People. Brains. They're scanning molecular structures. People. Brains.
No more to say about that one.
They're scanning molecular structures.
Oh, same thing.
People. Brains. It's a notepad. There's a message from... It's from Helena Chang. My mother. Something about... This is about me. Some sort of physical status report. They've been monitoring me in that room for months. What's been happening here?
Okay, so she's been monitored for months. So that would mean that at least the last few months, her wandering around Propaz has not actually been what she thinks it is. And this is something that I thought was a kind of an interesting twist, because until now, we've been always told that, or we've been shown, I should say, that Zoe, being a dreamer, can dream herself into Arcadia so that she has a physical presence in Arcadia. But it's not really her. Her body is somewhere else. She can just kind of manifest physically in more than one place at a time. But that never actually happened within Stark. And that seems to have been what was happening. While her body was stuck here in Jiva, her dreaming power was allowing her to project herself out into Propaz, at least for some of it, of the time that we saw her out there. So that even though she had a physical presence out there, her, what would you call it, her real quote-unquote body was actually here in Jiva.
What are those things?
Again, for at least as long a time as she had been pulled from the explosion when Nella blew herself up, I think. Oops. It's about time security showed up. Let's close that.
Where am I?
This is Unit 7,
On the
proceeding
ground?
towards sequencing.
And what are those blue
Affirmative
lights?
Central will find Briar Rose.
Whoop, no, whoa. They're coming from the other direction. So we have to go this way.
Shit. I'm trapped.
Crap.
We have a runner exiting bioengineering. This is not Briar Rose. Shoot to kill.
Target's down. Repeat, the target's dead.
Affirmative. Head back to bioengineering. There may be witnesses. Take care of them.
Affirmative, Walsey Central.
Yikes. What poor soul did they just end up blowing away? Of course, they said it's not Briar Rose, so shoot to kill, and of course that is the code name for Zoe, apparently.
Poor guy.
So if he just came from maintenance, maybe the doors... Ooh. Okay, no, can't go that way.
I hate to do this, but I need this more than you. I'm sorry.
Now maybe we can get down bioengineering, or sequencing, I should say.
Sequencing.
Bioengineering is clear. Repeat, we clear. No survivors and no Briar Rose. Resuming patrol towards sequencing, Central.
Oh boy, come on. Jeez. Alright, so looks like... Close that.
They're all dead. Jesus, this is horrible.
Looks like there's some kind of cover-up going on here. Ah. Gotta get around. They're trying to kill off all witnesses, it seems.
Hold it! Briar Rose is running. Zone 3. All eyes on Zone 3.
Ah, man.
At least I know which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Upwards.
Hey, stop right there!
If I'm supposed to be taken alive, why are you shooting at me?
Dad?
Zoe, don't...
Stop! Don't move or I shoot! We got her. She's in the core. I repeat, target is in the core. Stay there. Everyone stay exactly where you are.
Hello, Zoe.
Lady, I told you.
Mum. Helena. Dad, what's going on? What is this place?
You need to get out of here, now.
Everyone, stop talking!
I guess those suits don't filter out gases.
The new age. Goddess, protect me. I pray I'm doing right by you. We cannot let outsiders dictate the future of our empire. The Prophet is a tool, and so is this engine. Your light is eternal, Goddess. Under my watch, it will reach the darkest corners of the world, and beyond.
Behold, the mechanical revolution! An end to magic! The dawn of enlightenment! Witness the engine and its awesome powers!
Notice we got the exact same screenshot, or pretty close, that that was the teaser at the very end of the previous game, Dreamfall. So that was pretty cool.
Keon, please respond.
I don't think he can hear you, Anna. If he's hurt, we'll need a new plan.
Shit. We can't even get out of here with those soldiers trying to break in.
Yeah. About that. Is it just me, or is it,
Quiet? The soldiers must have left. Something's going on.
Something bad if they've abandoned their posts.
We need to move. Now, if we can't get through to Keon, or if he's dead, we need to get into the tower ourselves.
But how?
If the Azadi really have abandoned their posts? Through the front door.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
I'm sure it will be. Let's go.
Wait! Okay, you two head for the tower. I'm going to find the others. If the Azadi are running scared, we have an opportunity to strike back.
All right. Stay safe, Enu.
You too. I hope Keon's okay. I'm sure he's okay. Keon's always okay, right?
There you are.
Mum? What? Where's Dad?
You must have a lot of questions.
Hey, why am I locked up in here? Let me out!
I can't do that, but I promise I'll explain. Just try to relax.
Please, Is that... Dad? Dad! Dad, what's happening? Let me out!
He can't. Not yet.
What did you do?
I had to subdue him. There's so much at stake, I can't afford anyone getting overly emotional.
Man, that's hardcore. She's got him chained to the table.
Whatever she's done to me, she is my biological mother. That must mean something to her. Even though Helena's my mother, she clearly has little empathy for me. Pleading may be pointless, but maybe she'll respond to anger.
Well, she may not respond to either, but at this point, if I was Zoe, I think I'd be pretty darn pissed.
Open this up right now. Let me go. Let me out, or I swear I'll...
Calm down. Getting upset won't help you or your father. After we're done, you can leave. You and Gabrielle. That was the deal.
Done with what?
The culmination of 30 years of research. My life's work. Rebooting the world.
What?
I will explain, and hopefully you'll understand. But first, I do need you to calm down and be rational. Nothing good will come from panicking.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if refusal is going to get us anything, but...
She's right. There's no point fighting this. Not yet. All I can do is breathe.
That's better. Deep breath, Zoe. Now listen to me. For the past year and a half, you've been in a coma inside Jiva's labs in Mumbai. You've been dreaming.
No, that's not possible.
Hold on, I'm not saying it's all been a dream. Everything you've experienced has been real. That's what's so amazing and exciting, Zoe. While you were dreaming, you projected a physical binary of yourself into the waking world. Think of it like entangled particles, one copy here in my lab and one in Europolis. You dreamed yourself a new life in Propast, and it came to be as real as anything.
But why?
2 reasons. Misdirection, to keep Wadi Corp off our backs, and more importantly, to trigger your memories and activate your latent powers. We needed you to return to that parallel otherworld to find and absorb a primal source of dreaming energy to fulfill your potential.
Lux, are you there?
You have a unique skill. You must have realized this by now. You can reshape reality.
I'm a dreamer.
There have always been stories of those born with the power to change the world, but I couldn't wait around for that to happen, so your father and I made you.
So according to Helena Chang, the entire experience that we've had in Propast has been a projection from Zoe's dreaming powers. So everything since the start of this game, basically.
They were married. Of course they made me. What does she mean? How's Gabrielle involved? What did he do? My father?
We were partners, and you were the first experiment, our first creation. We designed you, the first manufactured dreamer. You were born in this lab. There were other experiments, half-sisters. Faith, of course, the final girl. She was a mistake. And you met Hannah not so long ago. She was the second experiment, after you. You were drawn to each other, and she was drawn here, to Aingana, to the dreams. I know she's in Mumbai, but she's not strong enough to affect anything. She poses no threat. None of them worked out, not the way we intended, and I didn't think you would either. So I let your father take you away when you were a toddler. He cared so much about you, he was willing to give up everything, his life, his career. Me? How could I say no? It wasn't until you connected to a dream machine that I realized your powers were there, only latent. That's why I put you in a coma and brought you back here. I did it to protect you. If I hadn't, Wadi would have taken you. Your father had no choice but to come along. He did what he had to do to keep you safe. We both did. We saved your life, Zoe. And we made a deal. Gabrielle would help me finish what we'd begun. We'd be partners again, and then afterwards, he could take you home. I'd leave you alone. The deal still stands once we finish changing the world.
Interesting. So 2 points there. One, Helena described the other experiments as Zoe's half-sisters. That would probably imply that the other 3 girls had different fathers, in which case Gabrielle's only actual daughter of the experiments is Zoe herself. So that actually would explain why he was willing to risk running away with Zoe and taking her away from all these experiments, because Zoe, of all the 4 girls, was his biological daughter. And would also explain why Zoe and Faith and Hannah look very different from one another as well if they had different fathers. But the other thing that she mentioned that seemed a little confusing was that she implied that where they are now is next to Eingana. Now that would make sense because Eingana is the parallel to the big machine in Arcadia. It's linked to this big upwell where dreams are being collected. So that makes sense. But in the previous game, Eingana was located at Wadi Corp headquarters in Japan. And Zoe, at least, thinks that they are in a Jiva institution in Mumbai. So, which one is it? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it's not the most desperate detail that we need to get cleared up, but that was a little bit confusing to me. Are we in India, or are we in Japan right now?
Did she just say what I think she said? Changing what?
Changing everything. For the better. I need you to understand this. We're going to remake the world. You and I.
How?
I don't have time to go into details, but there's a place we go when we dream.
Story time.
Different cultures have different names for it. The Aranda people of Australia call it dream time. Think of it as the initial state of all matter and energy in every possible universe. The blueprint. All realities originated in this initial state, and they remain entangled, evolving, one universe affecting another. Wave energies are fueled by dreams. Particles in our world are entangled with particles in Arcadia because they were created together in story time. Eingana has the power to change the wave field, and thus the observable universe through dreams.
What about my friends in Propast? What about Reza? Were they just dreams? If I dreamed myself into Europolis, what about Reza? My friends? Were they...
Dreams? No, you don't understand. They're real. All of it was real, Zoe. You were there, in Propast, a physical projection walking amongst real people. A three-dimensional copy made flesh using the power of dreams. And they never realized. Well, at least most of them didn't. I sent someone to protect you in case anything went wrong. It's a good thing I did, too. Things spun out of control. Falk Friedman saved your life. As for Reza, it's more complicated. He's been an unwitting agent of Wati. His reckless investigations caught their attention. They needed to manipulate the press and they wanted to keep an eye on you. He was an easy tool, so they brainwashed him. We'll fix Reza, I promise.
Ah, so sure enough, Reza is still under the influence of Wadi Corp.
How does Arcadia fit into the puzzle? If that wasn't a dream, then what is it? And Arcadia?
One of many worlds spawned from dreams. A world of... I'm a scientist. I don't understand magic. It's chaotic, complex, and unpredictable. Magic is dangerous, and it has no place in a rational universe. But we needed it. We had to bridge the divide in order to store these vast quantities of dream energy. We put things in motion to return you to Arcadia, but you did most of the work yourself. Of course, we had help on the other side, a partner, but he didn't... You did it on your own, Zoe. You were compelled to connect with the primal force that inhabited the initial state before this universe. That was only possible by crossing the divide. Something called you there. Some force guided you. I don't know how to quantify it or explain it. But you succeeded. You absorbed the energy, and it didn't kill you. You got stronger. Strong enough to wake up and break out sooner than anticipated, but the timing ended up being perfect. You've reached your full potential. You're finally ready to interface with Eingana.
Yeah, so apparently Helena wanted Zoe to gather up, Lux's life essence, something like that. And of course, she also has the crystal or the soul stone, I should say, from Baba Yaga, which represents kind of a more darker aspect. So there seems to be some kind of unity going on in Zoe right now.
They must somehow be connected to Helena and Jiva. So what's Waticorp's role in this?
Wadi funded the development of the Dream Machine. We needed to collect and store dream energy. The Dream Machine facilitated that. They thought we were working for them, not the other way around. Wadi just wanted brainwashed consumers. They wanted to sell their silly toy to billions and rule over a virtual world. They have no imagination.
Okay, so Helena was just using Waticorp for their funding. Although it's interesting to wonder what this had to do with Alvin Peets, who was the former head of Waticorp, and what was her name? Patricia Gilmore, I think, who's the current head of Waticorp, at least last that we knew of, and what her opinion on this would be.
She's mentioned Eingana several times now. It sounds important and familiar. Eingana.
Meet Eingana. It took me decades to design and build her. She spans dimensions, taps into the dream energies. She's quite the thing. But she's actually not the first. Wadi had the prototype. They used her to operate the beta version of DreamNet. After she was destroyed, we built Eingana 2. She operates the version of DreamNet currently processing and recording the dreams of hundreds of millions of Dream Machine users. And now, we're reversing the process, with you as the conduit, connecting quantum fields, connecting dreamtime with reality. Eingana will begin to alter our observable universe. Don't look so worried, Zoe. You won't need to do anything. She knows what to do. I've programmed her, and my template will guide her. Together, you'll make a better world. A world without sickness or death, a world without superstition, intolerance. A world where everyone's equal, where justice and compassion will prevail. A world not ruled by corporations or religions, but by science and logic, by rational thought. A better world.
Why do I doubt that every time I hear that from a villain about creating a better world? Okay, so that cleared up a question I just had earlier. This is Eingana 2. So that would mean this probably is, in fact, a separate Jiva facility in Mumbai, and that Waticorp has now figured out that Jiva's gone rogue, and that's why the soldiers are probably coming in to mow everyone down.
I need to stall for time. Keep her talking until I can figure out a way to open this pod. How will you accomplish all of this?
I know you have more questions, but we need to get started before those goons break down the doors and ruin everything.
Helena, wait.
Here we go.
Yikes. That looked painful.
Crow?
He's back.
Crow, is that you?
I think so. I'm supposed to show you something.
What? Why? What are you doing here? And where is here?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a bit... I don't feel right. I'm not sure what happened, and I'm not sure I'm all here, if that makes sense.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I can see how that makes no sense.
What are you supposed to show me?
Oh, I almost forgot. So the ghost in the machine told me to do this thing. This one last thing. The ghost said that this has been my destiny all along. I don't expect you'll know what I'm talking about.
Crow, I don't even know where this is. A minute ago, I was inside a pod in a lab, and now...
We're inside the quantum weave that makes all the stories. This is reality's blueprint. How did I know that? What does quantum mean? What's a blueprint?
Well, that explains everything.
That was sarcasm. I detect sarcasm.
This ghost in the machine, who was it?
No idea. I remember nothing before meeting you here, aside from a ghost telling me to show you what I'm about to show you. And I don't even know what that is.
Show me what? There's nothing here.
Let's go find it. Does this look at all familiar to you?
It looks like a monastery.
There you go. Maybe that's it.
That doesn't really help. Hey, that looks like a diary.
All right, so my guess, given what Crow's just said, that we are back in the blueprint, would mean that this is some part of story time. And it also is suggested by the fact that Zoe is now in her story time outfit, and you can just barely see on her arms her dreamer tattoos have reappeared, which is also highly suggestive. As far as the ghost in the machine, though, well, I can think of several possibilities. Number one, it is Aingana, because talking about the ghost in the machine, and Aingana is the machine that is currently connected to Storytime. So it could be the artificial intelligence of Aingana, or it could be, since Crow described a ghost, could be the White of the Kin, the spirit of the White Dragon, because we've seen her before at the very beginning of the game. Or I guess it could also be April. Although since Crow didn't seem to recognize her, I kind of doubt that possibility.
It's a handwritten letter.
I am at the crossroads between waking and dream. One path leads back to the world I left behind. The other path leads to a place of shadows. Between the familiar and the unknown, between certainty and doubt, my choice would seem obvious. Any sane man would turn around, return to the world he knows, forget what he has learned, and live his life in blissful ignorance. But in truth, it is too late. My choice was made many years ago, when I first embarked on this journey. I cannot turn back. I am at a crossroads. But for me, there is only one path. I leave behind these words in the hope that someday they will serve as a map for someone else. To whomever reads this, Godspeed on your journey. If you ever decide to follow in my footsteps, look me up. Brian Westhouse.
Brian Westhouse? Our Westhouse?
The plot thickens.
Thickens or just getting more muddled? I don't know what this is supposed to tell us.
That Westhouse is involved?
There's that, I guess.
Come on, there's more.
The other thing I wanted to mention was that Helena Chang talked about having a partner in Arcadia that was supposedly helping her towards the same goal of remaking the world. Now, I think there would be two options for who that could be, and that would be either the Prophet or General Vamon.
We're ready, traveler. Your journey is about to begin.
And of course, this is the exact same Tibetan monastery that we saw way back in the first part of the previous game, Dreamfall. And that was the exact same words that Brian Westhouse spoke. This was his room.
Mountains, Crystal clear blue skies. Where are we?
No, we're in Tibet. I know that, even if Zoe doesn't.
I've seen stuff like that in films, but never in real life. This looks like a Buddhist temple.
Indeed. Brian described these as prayer wheels.
The ritual is ready. Step onto the dais, traveler.
And there he is, about to head off into story time on his way to Arcadia.
Okay, so what just happened?
Portals. They're all over the place. Let's follow him.
Through the... Wait! This is the story time.
You know this place?
I remember. I was here. For a long time. It's the place between. I didn't want to wake up and they needed me. The people who were dreaming. They were sick. I tried to help them.
Uh-huh. Interesting. But we need to see what's going on. I'm supposed to show you this.
It's another familiar tree. I would guess this is the interaction between Brian Westhouse and the Vagabond.
What are you doing here? You cannot be here. It will find you.
I don't... Where am I? What is this place?
How did you get here? Go back the way you came, quickly. You cannot stay.
I don't know how to go.
It is here. What have you done? What have you done?
What do you mean? What?
The Undreaming.
God. What is that? No. No. No.
What is that terrifying thing?
That's the Undreaming. I know it is. I feel it.
Well, that's going to give me nightmares for a long, long time.
The Undreaming entered Westhouse.
It sure did.
Was he looking for it? Is that why he came here? Or was it an accident?
I guess that's what you're supposed to figure out. Come on, we have more places to visit.
Another scene from the previous game right there. Ah, the revelation that everyone saw coming. Yep, the prophet is indeed Brian Westhouse.
Home, sweet home. The house feels strangely quiet. It must be, what, a year since I last visited? And who knows how long it's been for the house. Could be a day, Could be decades. Balance. I need to get moving. There's not much time until the songlines align. Let's see. Elixir, a good rope, a spatula. Chop chop, Saga.
Alright, apparently got to gather some equipment. It's clearly been some amount of time, as much as time has any meaning out here in the multiverse. And Saga is all grown up now.
I don't know if I like it.
Oh, you liked it when you were younger. I think it's kind of cool to have her emerge out of the painting of herself in the exact same area that April was in at one point.
I got pretty good, to be honest, and it comes in handy. There's not that many people who can create songlines.
Oh, is that one of her abilities then? Well, that means she can probably travel pretty easily if she can make her own roads.
I don't need to shape a songline today. Today, I have paths to follow. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back. I'm not sure what to do with the place. It's not like I can put it on the open market. Transdimensional domicile for sale, fully furnished. Beware, temporal shifts and transdimensional tears.
I think it's supposed to be transdimensional tears, not tears, but anyway.
I don't think I'm ever moving back. Maybe in my twilight years? No. There are better places, warmer places.
A little bit of foreshadowing there.
I'll move those out of here, someday. I barely remember her. And I barely think about her anymore. It was time to let go.
Her mother. Still no clue what happened to her or where she is or if she's even alive.
Mama was beautiful. I guess I got my looks from Papa.
Oh, I think you look great, Saga.
Oh, I was a handful back then. It's a miracle Papa didn't lock me in my room. Not that it would have done much good. Paths and portals everywhere.
Well, he did try to lock you in the house, at least.
I miss it sometimes. But only sometimes. I devoured those books when I was younger. It was all I had of the outside world. My books, and Uncle Galeth. But he was careful not to say too much. He knew I was too curious. I think I know most of them by heart still. I didn't have a lot of choices back then. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back. I thought Papa got rid of Hugsy. Did he find his way back? It wouldn't surprise me.
It's her childhood doll.
Both creepy and comforting. Comfeepy. Crumforting. That's Hugsy for you. Too many memories. Was I happy here? I was basically a prisoner. But I guess I didn't know any better. Just stuff. None of this means anything. We're not defined by things. It's been so quiet up here since Papa left. It's been so quiet up here since Papa left. All those years wanting to walk out that door, pass through the turnstiles, and never come back. Papa tried all the wards he could think of, but it made no difference. I was too strong-headed. Much as I want to, I can't just wander down random paths today. I have prophecies to fulfill. Rope check.
Okay, we got some rope for whatever reason Saga has in mind. Because we currently have no clue.
I'll move those out of here. Someday.
How are things over in the kitchen? Oh man, there's still dirty dishes? Ugh. If you're going to leave the house for years on end, Saga, at least clean up.
I'm out of the elixir. Okay, I knew that. No worries, Saga. This is all part of the plan. I'm fairly certain the recipe's in the compendium. There should be enough time to prepare a bottle. Prophecies can't be wrong, can they? No. Right?
Okay, we're gonna have to whip up a potion, it seems.
Spatula? Check.
Make the elixir of delayed onset of death. That's very specific.
I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back.
Well, as far as we know, there's only one character in the story that's currently on the edge of death, and that would be Kian. So I guess Saga's about to go see him?
I'm not sure I like that reminder. She haunted us for so long, and her ghost took Papa away from me. I'm not a writer. I can play, I can paint, but I didn't inherit her talents.
There's more furniture there.
I devoured those books when I was younger. It was all I had of the outside. Before Papa left, I don't think the fire ever went out. He wouldn't let it. He said it was the beating heart of the house. Does that mean the house is dead or just dormant? I can sense it still, beneath the boards and behind the walls. It's hibernating. I'm not sticking around very long. Next time. I think I know most of them by heart still. I didn't have a lot of choices back then.
Hey, it's the bottle of Baiju. Somehow it's made its way into an interdimensional house.
They were happy here. For a brief time. And then... attachments are risky. Especially when you live like we did, adrift between worlds. You just have to accept the risk.
Alright, I guess it's time to make a potion.
The Hidden World of the Herbal Alchemist, a compendium of curious cordials, Volume 1. The sequels were garbage. Let's see. Elixir of extraordinary extra-human strength, elixir of multiple consecutive climaxes, elixir of selective remembrance. There. Elixir of delayed onset of mortality. That's the one. Keep ticking after you've taken a licking. Page 108. Dried blood bog blossoms, leaf of void oak, boiled in strong liquor. Those things should be easy enough to find around here. Ready for elixir making.
Alright, liquor, leaves. I mean, you'd think stuff would probably be around the kitchen. But I could be wrong. Just boxes there. Oh, some wine?
Best wine I ever had. There were no grapes in that world, but the berries they used, absolutely sublime.
Oh, well, I guess that doesn't count as a strong liquor. Did her father keep the good stuff somewhere else?
Papa was so worried about the cracks reopening, he checked the wall every day for decades. My destiny begins right here. Well, behind that brick wall. The song lines are not yet aligned, and I need to get everything together before then.
It is a kind of nice little repeated motif that for both Saga and April, there was this one area, door and wall that wouldn't open except at a specific time, and then when it did, it led them to someone that they needed to meet with.
Shepherd's heart. A powerful herb, but not what I need today.
Okay.
Isn't the house supposed to take care of all living things inside it? I didn't know I had to water the flowers. But wait, maybe...
Yeah, well, it is dormant right now, so maybe that's why it's not taking care of the plants.
Shepherd's heart. A powerful herb, but not what I need today.
Where are those ingredients? I guess just keep looking for plants somewhere. Plants and booze. Any plants in her room? I mean, there's fall leaves coming in through the window, but I don't think that counts.
What a mess. But there should be void oak leaves here.
Oh, so they're just blown in from the outside.
Leaf of void oak. Nice and dry.
Oh, that's a coincidence. Okay. So we still need some booze, and what was the other thing?
I need dried blood bog blossoms, leaf of void oak, alcohol.
Blossoms of a blood bog. Nothing there. Oh, there's the radio.
When was the last time I listened to that? I must have been, 16 or 17? I was able to tune into the weirdest stuff from all over the multiverse. It stopped working years ago, and I don't know anyone who can repair that.
So still keep an eye out for flowers, I guess?
Dried blood bog blossoms. Check.
Oh, that was what I was looking for. Okay, well, good thing I checked it again. She didn't mention anything about that being a blood bog. Okay, so just booze now. Any flasks or containers?
Like sex in a bottle, with no emotional mess to clean up afterwards. Only wine stains.
Oh, this is the kind of wine we want then.
Great wine, but not enough alcohol for my purposes. Also, boiling this would be sacrilege.
Okay, fair enough. So no wine. We actually do need, like, hard liquor. Any bottles up there? No? Wait, what about the Baiju?
Jade green Baiju. High-grade stuff, too. I'd almost forgotten about this little bottle of liquor.
Hey, it is going to actually come back into the story.
This should be more than good enough. I think that's it. That wasn't too bad. And there's still time on the clock. Time to boil up some elixir.
Alright, let's do it.
Ready for elixir making. That's the alcohol heating nicely. Nice. Bit of a waste, but it's for a good cause. No, this doesn't look right. I'll need to double check the compendium.
Oops, put the other one in first.
Dried leaf, crumpled to a fine dust.
And now the blossoms.
And whole blossoms? Perfect. Now it just needs to boil again. How do I know when this is done? Will there be a... Definitely a poof.
That works.
Looks the right color, and it's already cooled down. I love alchemy. So much easier than chemistry. Laws of science need not apply. Rope, spatula, elixir. Check, check, and check. I think that's everything. With only minutes to spare, you'd almost think the stars are aligning on purpose. Except no stars, paths. Time to go knock down a wall. Papa was so worried about the cracks reopening, he checked the wall every day for decades.
Oh, do we need something to break it down then?
With my bare hands? No, Papa did too good a job with the masonry.
Oh, okay. So, where is a nice big blunt object? Because I doubt the spatula is going to do it. Oh, I see. Yeah,
This should
sledgehammer.
do the trick.
As with the other characters, I really like the clothes she's decked out in. She even has some old school headphones.